Du hörst Herzenssache, Projektgeflüster mit Madamfo Ghana, der Podcast, der dich nach Ghana mitnimmt. Christine und Bettina erzählen bewegende Geschichten, plaudern aus dem Nähkästchen und teilen persönliche Erfahrungen. Komm mit auf diese besondere Reise. Los geht's!
Herzlich willkommen zu Herzenssache, dem Podcast von Madamfo Ghana. Mit unserer zweiten Jahresrückblick-Folge auf das Jahr 2025. Unser Country Director Victor ist heute wieder bei mir. Und für alle, die jetzt anfangen zu hören, diesen Podcast nehmen wir in Englisch auf, weil sonst könnte Victor uns nicht alles erzählen, was er vor Ort so erlebt und was so passiert ist. Wenn ihr auf unseren YouTube-Kanal geht oder auf Apple Podcasts, kann man sich dieses Video jetzt anschauen. Also wir nehmen es auf als Podcast und als Videocast. Und auf diesen beiden Kanälen, YouTube und Apple, könnt ihr das Video anschauen und dann gibt's deutsche Untertitel, damit ihr der Konversation folgen könnt. Denn das ist wirklich immer das Spannendste, denke ich, wenn Victor von vor Ort erzählt. Good morning and welcome, Director V. Your audience is here this morning and we are going for number 2, looking back on 2025. I think in the last episode we covered a lot. And today I made some notes what I think is very interesting for our audience as well to hear what happened last year. Let's dive in. If we are going to 2025, March, April, May, we made an excursion that took us to Kenya. Can you brief us what was our mission in traveling to Kenya? That wasn't for holidays, guys. It was also something else. So let us know a bit. Maybe tell us what happened or like why did we go?
Yeah, Madamfo, there is no holiday.
No, it's not like that.
We are always on field working every day, day in, day out. So there's no holiday house. We are way away. Yes. So we traveled to Kenya somewhere last year. Madamfo is doing a lot. We are into education, health. We are doing a lot of things. So our traveling to Kenya was to meet one NGO. Yeah, Leo. They are into, like I would say, computer university. Yes. So we meet them to see how they are operating and how they are doing it. We wanted to transfer this knowledge to Ghana. So it was very important to go and then see how they are doing it in Kenya.
Yes. It was a really good research and trip for us. When Dr. V mentions Leo, that is Liberating Education Organization. I'll put a link in the show notes to their website. So as you were saying, this is an organization. They have tertiary education at their heartbeat. As V is saying, we are into education as well. We've built so many schools and we have so many projects that are linked to education, environmental education, maternal health education. And then if we come to the children, we build schools, primary schools, we build kindergartens, and we are going all the way to the junior high school level. Junior high school, how old are the students usually in Ghana?
From 10 to 15.
15.
Yeah.
So, our construction, what we are building, and then the input we are doing, it's up to, let's say, the age of 15, 16. And then Liberating Education Organization, their focus is mainly after secondary school. In Germany, that is what we call Abitur. And I think the British, they call it A-level. Is that the highest one? They are into hybrid education, tertiary education. And our friend Konstantin, who is one of the founding members, invited us to Kenya because Director V and I, we are now thinking that we want to not leave primary education. We have so many children here that have no chance even to go to school to get even basic education. But as we are also growing and as we are also aging, more and more our focus is also shifting to the students that are leaving school. Because like the first schools we have built, these children are now, they started with us in kindergarten, 2 years, 3 years old. They're now in the middle of their 20s. And they're looking for higher education. And there's a financial problem for them. So like we are growing with our students, the organization. So we were thinking, wow, this is a chapter we are now ready to also explore. For us in Europe or in Germany, tertiary education is also a cost factor, but not as much as in Ghana. So maybe it would be nice if you can explain a bit to us. Assuming in Ghana, you want to do vocational training or you want to visit a university. What does that mean for the student? How is the system working? And what does it mean for the family? I think this would be very nice to explore so you understand our initiative with Liberating Education Organization.
Here, if you completed junior high school, the next level to go is a university. Whether technical university or any other university, whatever university you want to go. But it comes with a cost, which a lot of people cannot afford.
So you mean if you say cost, you're talking about fees. You have to pay the institution.
You have to pay fees. You have to pay fees. You pay hostel fee. It's a lot. So most people want to continue their education, but because of money, they cannot do it. And that's why it was very important to contact this organization in Germany, meet them in Kenya to see what they are doing so that we can transfer this knowledge here. All because in the way it's free. It's free. People will go and then learn for free. So after completing GHS, if you don't have money, you cannot continue.
So in Ghana, you have to pay the school fees, the charges the university is charging you, which is high. Then you have to usually leave your hometown, your village, your town, and move to where the school is, which comes with rent. You have to rent a room, a hostel, anything to sleep. If you're not lucky to have family around, which a lot of people also don't have. Then you have to feed yourself. Of course, we can say also, of course, if you are in your home, you also have to eat. But food around campuses is more expensive. It will be also difficult to cook for yourself because we don't have these amenities in that setting like we have it in Europe or let's say in Germany. So the cost is something that drives a lot of students, although they made it to a certain level, they drive them out, and then unemployment is something in a lot of countries like Ghana. What we are mentioning here, if you are listening to the news, you watch the evening news in Germany, or you are reading, what is going on day to day. Students in the world are facing everywhere the same problem. So looking at the organization, the podcast time is limited. We made actually a podcast out only about this Liberating Education Organization. In Kenya, I recorded a podcast with Constantine, their founding member. We put the link in the show notes so you can listen to that podcast if you want to know more about that tertiary education. But looking, maybe coming down from the project level, looking at your personal experience, when you saw how in Kenya, for instance, they are addressing education and the experience you made, because we really traveled around. We drove thousands of kilometers to dig really into how they are doing it so we can transform it so it will work in Ghana. Just for everybody out there, Africa is not a country, it's a continent consisting out of more than 50 countries, and every country has their unique culture, way of living. So whatever works in Kenya or Uganda, it doesn't mean it will work in Ghana. So we needed to really study it and then take it in a way that we can implement it here. So comparing Kenya to Ghana, not comparing who is better, who is bad. No, this is not what I mean. But maybe give us a bit of personal experience you made over there. You as Victor and working with Madamfo for 25 years.
After this visit in Kenya, when it comes to education, I really saw that they are, I would say, maybe far ahead than us. Every every country or everybody have his advantage and then disadvantage. But what I saw so far, and their way, or I don't know what actually they are learning in schools, but I saw that they are very serious in school if it comes to the education level.
Yeah, I feel the same way.
Yeah.
It was a very good experience, and after coming back, we had, of course, meetings and workshops to implement what we learned. And we have reached the level, and that one I can really appeal to everybody who has, if you have €2 left or €5 left, please donate it. You can do it directly on our website. The link is there just specifically for this project. We are not going to use it for any other project. So if you are interested in helping to found tertiary education so that we grow the leaders we need here to lead the country into a better future, and the world into a better future, because the world is now completely connected, then support this project and listen to the podcast and visit the website. Everything you will find in the show notes. When we look at developing new or additional ideas, we are not discarding what we are doing, but we are growing.
Yeah.
Development projects mean also you develop, we develop. And I can say at a certain point last year, out of the blue, I woke up and I had something at the forefront of my head, which was bamboo. We also made a podcast to that effect, so the link will be in the show notes. But now Director Victor is here. Our bamboo project, I hope all of you who are listening to this podcast, you have seen it on our social media platforms, on our website, because we have really pushed it. But if you want to summarize our bamboo initiative, the project is called Bamboo Builds Future. And the workshop we want to do is called Bambility. And everybody who knows English knows it's out of bamboos and sustainability. Yeah. We've put that word together. Our beautiful people from HDB, they made that slogan for us. We describe to maybe somebody listening who is not aware about this project. Can you summarize it a bit? What is our aim with this bamboo?
Okay. I will start this by saying the natural resource we have in the world, in the whole world, especially Ghana. The land we have, we can never expand it.
Yeah.
So we have to protect all our natural resources that we have here. And looking at that, the trees that we have, they are cutting it day in, day out, and we are not replanting. We are not doing any replanting. We are just cutting all the trees, which can also affect in the way the environment.
Of course.
In the way.
Of course.
So
of course.
I was very happy when my director came with this idea from nowhere. I don't know where you got this idea from.
Up there. I always tell you, Holy Spirit is at the working.
That we can use bamboo to do something, and not only decks. We can use bamboo to do a lot of things that open our brain, our ears. That, so we have a lot of bamboos here, and people are just cutting it anyhow. So if we can use it to do something or to do decks, it will also help. And then you came out with the prototype, the drawing, and then we put it into action.
Yeah.
So this plan and then this bamboo decks is something that if it go out, then I think Ghanaian politicians, even governments, they also come in and then not support, but they will also copy.
Yes.
They can also copy that will help the nation.
Yeah. And
so
the environment.
In the environment. It's a great idea.
Yeah.
Yes.
We put a link in the show notes, and when we are talking about the next year, probably we can, dig deeper into all this bamboo. But having the opportunity to talk to you who are listening now or who are watching us, we need to save the rainforest. Yeah. I'm not in Brazil. It's also equally important. But what I can do, Bettina, I can save the rainforest in Ghana. And I know I can do it. And we can do it together in this project. And if you want to know more about it and how it came about, then continue listen to our podcast and check our website. Equally important, because you said something so good, the land, we cannot multiply it. We are where we are, and we have the square meters, and whatever we have, we need to protect it. Unfortunately, in a lot of places in Ghana, it's not happening. We have the galamsey, that is the illegal surface mining for gold with chemicals that are destroying the country. This is how it is. And it has really come into the news, into the broader knowledge that because of this destruction, food becomes a problem. Because where they have done the mining, it's unfortunately also the same areas where we have a rich soil, a rich vegetation, a rich land for farming. And this is destroyed for ages. I don't know for how long. I'm not a scientist, but I know I will not eat from that land again. Our children will not eat from that land, and even our grandchildren and great-grandchildren will not eat from that land unless it's going to be rehabilitated, which is very difficult and expensive. So we are not in the position to stop this. We can add our voice. When we see harm being doing, we can open our mouths, but in general, we cannot. We are too small. So everybody who is big, who listens to us, if you don't help us to stop the galamsey, we will come for you. It's a warning. It's the country of our children, and we have to protect it at all costs by speaking the truth as well. And we have decided, what can we do to help for food security? We felt this during COVID. It was very difficult to get food. And this is, I must say it as it is, stupid, because we are living on a soil that can feed all of us and even more people abroad and outside. So we developed a project together with our friend, Farmer Ni, in Accra with his farm. We developed a project called Grow Ghana. In farming, I think already we are into farming for so many years. We started on a small scale on our own land in Kumasi. We extended by leasing or renting farmlands, especially for the children at the shelter, and our school feeding programs. Links of these projects are in the show notes. So we grow Ghana, greenhouses and hydroponic and aquaponic. From your perspective, like I'm saying, let's not get too technical how we are doing the project. But from your perspective as Ghanaian and then as our country director, what is your opinion, your vision about, this project, Grow Ghana?
Yeah, it's a very good project. If maybe Ghanaian politicians are listening, or whoever have the capacity to come in, I would advise that person not only, even not to, if the person will not have the capacity to support Madamfo, to help the poor ones, no problem. You can even do it yourself, and it can help you. These days, like you rightly said, all the land we have, most part of the land now has destroyed by galamsey. And because of this chemical thing, now people are afraid, even if they go to markets, these tomatoes, the cabbage that we have, people don't really want to buy. So if you can get it your own, even your own small greenhouse in your house will also help. So because of that, the greenhouse we are doing, the land, we don't have land in the I would say in the nearest maybe communities. But this is a small place. It's all about money. It's a small place, maybe about 50 by 50 square meter. If you have it, you can earn a lot from it. And if you come to Madamfo side too, it will also support our homes and then the school feeding side. So it's a great thing if whoever have the support, whoever have the capacity can support Madamfo to support the children we are taking care of.
The the farming, I think also because of you as a Ghanaian, like in a way you can say every Ghanaian is a farmer because all your inheritance, you are coming from the villages, you know, your families, you did like self-sustained living in the olden days, even not in the olden, in the past, your parents, we were talking in our Christmas episode, you were telling us about the food you were eating and all of that. When you look into the farming and the modern ways or the more, modern, I think is the right word, the more modern ways like hydroponic and aquaponic, which is combined with fish farming. And you guys also, you know, Ghanaians are into fish farming. Do you, what is your take in, you know, going into the really rural, you know, areas where also maybe electricity is a problem, where resources are really, you know, scarce. We don't have many of them. How do you think, like this project can, you know, really make their life better, their day-to-day life?
Yeah, this project, this greenhouse has really opened my mind to the extent that not a vast land can feed you. Yes, you can farm on a smaller land and still you even get more, you can harvest more than someone in the village who have a farm about 20 acres. You know, so this one is very, very, very good that everybody can go into it and it will help.
It's like the modern techniques which are not like really difficult, you know, instead of doing it on a bigger surface, you go up, you do vertical farming, you know, these are things that can be combined with your knowledge, with your history and using it and adapting. I think it's all about adaptation, looking at how the world is going. We need to adapt. We need to adapt or we will fail. This Grow Ghana is something that is really dear to our heart. And you started also mentioning one of the beneficiaries will be our children's shelter. So in the last year, 2025, what I think I would like to find out from you so that we brief our, you know, people who are listening, a lot of them also sponsoring the children's shelter. What were maybe key events in the last year that you will highlight for us that happened in the shelter?
Okay, so when we come to the home through their donations, education programs, those who have completed SHS and they have to go to tertiary university, it's still ongoing.
I think you can, if you are mentioning this, I think you can highlight, especially, for instance, one of our students, without mentioning the name because of his privacy, that was a traffic child and he's now a petroleum engineer.
Yes.
So maybe you can tell us a bit. This is an individual destiny. And Madamfo was able to completely turn it around with the help of you.
Yes. So some of them, not only that guy alone, some of them have completed and now they have a good job. Like this boy is working on the petroleum side. So now he's a big boss now. Some are nurses, some are teachers. Through the support we have from them. And some also learn vocation. And they have completed and now they have their own shops. That they are doing their own work that is helping them.
This is a beautiful future like we are creating. But unfortunately, day in, day out, we are getting new cases, especially really small ones. That is really heartbreaking to see that people just dump their children on a trash site in hope. And thank God we are able to find them, or somebody is finding them and sending, you know, him or her to us. Looking at the shelter, next year we are celebrating 15 years. Can you imagine? 2027 is 15 years children's shelter. So we already start planning a big party. But looking at this joyful moment, I mean, we can also say it would be nicer if we don't need a children's shelter because we need it because out of a sad reason, but nevertheless, it's a safe and a very, very beautiful place. And we got a lot of visitors also this year who were able to visit the shelter, but I think we are also aging. So you told me we have to do what? The roof. We need a new roof.
Yeah.
And what else?
Solar. If we get solar too, it will help to power the place.
Yes.
Yeah. Sometimes if the light goes off, the place is dark.
Yeah. Yes. I've put something on this on, I think it was on Instagram and YouTube. Or Facebook, I'm not very, very sure. We visited and then suddenly we were in the total darkness and we wanted to do something and some children had to do homework. And of course you can do it by a torch, but you cannot imagine the heat. And then the problem is if there's no light, it's a quite white place and it's underdeveloped around. So then we have snakes in the darkness and you have to be careful. So with the help of our dear sponsors, we are re-roofing and we want to do solar panels. That one we are desperately looking for donations to change, that destiny that we are not always sitting in the darkness.
Some plumbing.
Some plumbing is very important. After 15 years, the environment is very harsh. And even if you use items proper and you maintain them well, still they fall victim to the environment. There's nothing you can do about it. We are sometimes having such a heat and such a hard rain, it's very difficult. So when we compare what we spoke about last time and today, and I have so many more things that we could talk about, but let's call it a day now and come to a close. What is your summary for 2025? When you look back, your son or your daughter or a friend is coming and said, so what is your take work-wise on 2025?
So 2025 was good. It was quite good for the help of our dear sponsors. Everything was very good. You cannot get everything there smoothly. Every work there's challenges in it. By all means, there will be a challenge. And these challenges that we are having now, they are things that we are aware that is going to come.
It's going to come. So we have to adapt.
We have to adapt it.
And make sure.
It has become part of us now.
Yes.
So.
Yes, that one is very true.
Yes.
There's always a way forward. Talking about the way forward, we are inviting you to share this episode and generally our podcast with your friends, family, like it, subscribe it. Let people know that we are around. Send an email to a TV station saying you found the best podcast about developmental projects on your favorite podcast channel and let people know about us. Like I said, like and subscribe. And next time we are meeting again with our dear director and we'll be looking into 2026. We have a lot to do.
Yes.
Therefore, we are sending you warmest regards from Ghana. All the best and see you next time. Bye.
Bye.